I chose to do my project on motivation. I feel like it's something necessary for all kids to have, that we need to be able to motivate them in ways that can help them to learn and to grow. In motivation, they need clear expectations of what they're doing and what's expected of them. In this, we can ease the anxiety, and they need to understand that nothing is going to be too big for them to do, and we need to have that type of motivation, understand what helps them do function, so that we can help them through that. Through this motivation, they get this achievement. They can be happy about the things they've accomplished, and be able to move on with that sense of confidence that they need. Praise is a big thing, and we're going to see that in all three of these we're talking about. Of course, the intrinsic and extrinsic are just different types of motivation, but I think it all revolves around that praise, no matter which kind of student they are, intrinsic or extrinsic. They still need that praise. With the intrinsic, they need a support system. They need us to support them and to show them things that they may get satisfaction from just being able to do stuff, but they also need support from their teachers and from those around them, so that they can accomplish the things they need. Curiosity is the key to all this. They need to be curious about things. These kids all want to learn. They want to get in and figure things out so that they can have that satisfaction of knowing they figured it out, they learned it. Keeping them engaged, keeping their minds going, keeping them focused on to what you're doing. That really is one of the other keys, is keeping them motivated to do these things. Turning over the keys, I put it that way because they need to take responsibility for their own inward satisfaction in it all, and so they need to be able to uh, handle that and know that these are the things that they need to do, and they can get their own satisfaction from that. Praise is a big part of that. Need to keep praising them. Hey, you're doing a good job. You're on the right path. You're doing what you need to do. You got that right. Uh, keep that coming so that they understand. Hey, I'm really enjoying this. I'm getting praised for the things I'm doing, getting things done, and it's its own reward. They just really want to learn. The extrinsic is on the other end of the scale. They still need those stringent expectations more than the support, because they need to be motivated differently. Because if you try to say, hey, learning is its own reward, they're going to throw that out the window. They need to see something else. The expectations, hey, you need to do this with this project, and this needs to be accomplished. These are the things you can earn when you get to that point. They need us to respond, have a response to them, to, hey, here, you made this goal. Here's your reward. Let's keep this going. They need that constant us to respond immediately and often, or feedback, so that they understand where they're at and what they're doing, so that they can have that satisfaction with that reward, with that motivator. They need those motivators. I also think praise is part of that also. You can see that I have that in all three circles. I think that praise, even with the extrinsic, is one of those that they still need that praise. They still need to know that you care, still need to know that they're on the right path. And so I think that's still a very integral part of that. And we can see with all the praise gives all three of those in all three bubbles. We also see that we have expectations in the overall motivation, but in extrinsic also, and so that kind of ties those together. And even then, with that support in the intrinsic, that's still kind of in the expectation realm. But motivation is so key to our kids. We got to find out what motivates these kids to help them become successful.